Hi and welcome. In this video, we'll go through the most frequently asked questions about the DataForSEO MCP server. It has become increasingly popular, and with that popularity come many repeated questions and avoidable mistakes. Yet there hasn't been a single video that addresses all of them in one place. Until now. Today we'll provide clear answers and practical guidance to help you steer clear of the most widespread mistakes. But first, let us quickly explain how DataForSEO MCP works and where you can use it. So, what exactly is MCP? The DataForSEO MCP server is an implementation of the Model Context Protocol. In simple terms, it's a bridge between your AI model and the DataForSEO APIs. How it works. Think of it as a translator. Your AI speaks in plain language and asks MCP for the data, like rankings, backlinks, or keyword metrics. In the background, the MCP server converts that request into API calls, and then delivers the data back to your AI tool, which then formats the result the way you asked. LLM, for example, ChatGPT, MCP server, DataForSEO APIs. Where you can connect the MCP. You can plug the MCP server into quite a few tools and models. We have easy step-by-step setup guides for Claude Desktop, Claude Code, Gemini CLI, ChatGPT, Docker, Cursor, and a video guide for connecting our MCP with your AI in N8N. We won't walk through each setup step in this video, but we have all detailed guides linked in the description. Just pick your tool and follow along. Quick heads up, the web versions of Claude and Gemini can't connect to MCP. Typical problems and FAQ. Now we got to the most common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Number 1, I keep seeing you are not authorized. What's wrong? Auth errors, wrong credentials, or wrong format. This is the number 1 error, and it almost always comes down to using incorrect credentials. The solution is simple. Use your API login and API password from that API access page, not the password used to log into the dashboard. Remember that each tool has its own requirements for API credentials formatting. In some cases, you just drop API login in one box and API password in another, but there are more demanding cases too. For instance, ChatGPT needs an authorization header in the basic format with base64 encoded, login, password. Note that your base64 encoded API key will be visible in the API access section of your account dashboard for the first 24 hours since registration. Later on, you can always click send by email and we will email you your API login and pass, including the base64 string that you can copy. Since every client is different, the safest path is to follow the specific setup guide for your tool. All links are in the description. Number 2, my AI tool keeps saying I hit limits. Is that my MCP's fault? Before we answer this one, here's what you need to know. Token count, how it works, and why it matters. Tokens are the building blocks of text that AI systems use, like the currency for processing language. Both your prompt and the AI's response eat into that budget. Different AI tools set their own token limits, which you should check with them. If you hit the limit, you'll get errors, cut-off answers, or just no results. To keep your token use and expenses under control, try this. Ask the AI to save long outputs to a file instead of pasting everything into chat. Turn off MCP tools you don't need for a specific prompt or chat so the model doesn't waste tokens on them. Keep your prompts tight, be specific, avoid repetition, and define the exact output format you expect. You can also try to start a new chat, reload your client, or just wait. Note that for Claude's free tier, limits typically reset in about every 5 hours. My prompt seems fine, but the results are weird. Could it be the wording? Prompt quality is everything. It directly influences the quality of responses you get in AI tools. Let's consider 2 examples. Bad prompt. Give me an SEO report. Why does it fail? It's vague, indicates no data source, no structure, and has high token waste potential. Good prompt. Using the DataForSEO SERP tool, get the top 10 results for buy running shoes in the US for English language. Return a CSV with columns, rank, title, URL. Then write a 100-word summary of patterns you see. If the output exceeds 300 tokens, save it to a file. Why does it work? Clear tool, scope, schema, and token strategy. Number 4. Do I need a Backlinks API subscription when using MCP? Not necessarily. You only need the Backlinks API subscription if you plan to use backlinks-related tools through MCP. If your workflows focus on other DataForSEO products, you don't need the Backlinks subscription. In any case, you can always start without it and add it later. Number 5, I see fetch not defined. What's happening? This usually means your Node.js version is outdated. Just install the latest one. Number 6, are all DataForSEO APIs available in MCP? As of today, not every DataForSEO API is accessible through MCP. we recommend checking the list of supported features in GitHub docs linked below before setting things up. Number 7, I'm getting invalid schema or schema error. What does it mean? DataForSEO MCP uses Open API schema format to describe tool parameters, but not all AI providers fully support this format, which may cause some issues. To avoid that, you can switch MCP into a simplified schema format. For that, you'll need to self-host the MCP server and set the DataForSEO simple filter variable to true. First, set the environment variable. Set DataForSEO simple filter true. Then run the server locally. npx DataForSEO MCP Server SSE. And lastly, point the client you're using to your localhost or to the address where you're hosting the MCP server. Number 8, is MCP expensive? Nope. The MCP server itself is a completely free and lightweight option to wire AI tools to DataForSEO. You don't pay anything to run it. What you do pay for are 2 things. Number 1, DataForSEO API usage. That's on a pay-as-you-go model, so you only get charged for the actual API calls your workflows make. Number 2, your AI client provider. This could be Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini. Each of them has their own pricing and limits, which you can check directly with them. So, while MCP handles the connection, the only costs are for the data you fetch from DataForSEO and for the AI service you use. Before you go, a checklist to avoid common issues. I'm using API login and API password, not dashboard password. My auth format matches my client, for example, base64 or dedicated fields. I have the latest node.js installed. Unnecessary MCP tools are disabled to save tokens. My prompt is specific. It states the output format and asks for long results to be sent as a file. Wrap up. That's it for our quick tour of the most common MCP questions and issues. By now, you should know how the DataForSEO MCP server works, what the typical errors mean, and how to fix them without wasting time or tokens. If you keep the checklist in mind and follow the setup guides linked in the description, you'll be able to get the MCP up and running smoothly with your favorite AI tool. In case you do run into an issue, don't wrestle it alone. Contact our support team with your AI client details and a short issue description. Ask Sophia, our new AI assistant, request a setup guide for your tool or model, and if your issue isn't in this video, let us know and we'll add it to the FAQ for everyone. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and don't forget to check our guides and tutorials linked below. See you next time.